My name is Agib, son of a king. After my father's death, I inherited a vast kingdom. I decided to explore my empire's distant provinces and valuable islands. Our return voyage was met by a furious storm that threw us off course. A sailor spotted a black landmass, and the pilot, in terror, identified it as the magnetic Black Mountain. He warned that the mountain's pull would tear our ship apart. The next day, his prediction came true. The ship disintegrated, and the entire crew perished before my eyes. I clung to a plank and drifted to the mountain's base. It was a sheer, unclimbable cliff. Despairing, I found a hidden flight of steps leading to the summit. The climb was treacherous, but I reached the top safely. There, I found a brass dome with a brass statue of a horseman on it. Exhausted, I fell asleep beneath it. In a dream, an old man told me to dig for a brass bow and 3 lead arrows. He instructed me to shoot the rider, who would fall into the sea, and bury the horse. He promised the mountain would then sink, and a metal man in a boat would take me home in 10 days, warning me not to speak God's name in the boat. Awake, I followed the dream's instructions. Everything happened as foretold. I boarded the metal boat, which was stocked with refreshments. For 9 days, the metal man rode silently. But as we neared some islands, my joy overwhelmed me, and I cried, "God's name be blessed." The boat and man sank instantly. I swam to an island and climbed a tree. I watched as a group of slaves, led by an old man and a youth, dug a hole and then departed, leaving the young man behind. I descended and found a furnished underground room where the young man sat. He told me astrologers predicted he would die by my hand within 50 days of me toppling the statue. His father had hidden him there for the final 40 days. I, the Prince Agib he feared, felt a strange affection for him and offered to stay, hiding my identity. We spent 39 days together. On the 40th day, the youth, believing he was safe, asked for a melon. I grabbed a knife from a high cornice to cut it. As I reached for it, I stumbled and fell, tragically plunging the knife into the young man's heart, fulfilling the prophecy against my will. Horrified, I fled the chamber just as the old man's ship returned. I hid in the same tree and watched their grief as they discovered and buried the boy. Stranded, I wandered the island for a month before crossing to the mainland. I saw what looked like a fire, but it was a castle of copper. I was welcomed by 10 men, all blind in the right eye. That night, they performed a strange penance, covering their faces in ashes and weeping. They refused to explain their ritual or their blindness, warning me that my curiosity would cost me my own right eye. When I persisted, they sewed me into a sheepskin. A giant rock carried me to a splendid palace where 40 beautiful ladies made me their lord. I lived in luxury for a year. Then, the ladies had to leave for 40 days, giving me keys to 100 doors, but forbidding me from opening the golden one. For 39 days, I explored 99 rooms filled with incredible treasures. On the last day, my curiosity won. I opened the golden door. Inside, I found a magnificent winged horse. When I whipped it, it flew into the air, returned to the copper castle, and struck out my right eye with its tail. I met the 10 gentlemen again, who explained they had all suffered the same fate. They sent me to Baghdad to meet my destiny, which has led me here.